It is Avatar Legends beta weekend, and a lot of people are going through it about playing Avatar Legends. A lot of people feel frustrated at the game because they feel like it's too hard and it's turning them off, and other people feel vindicated, like this is what we've been missing from the FGC for a long period of time. When I was telling people when this game was getting revealed, when they were showing off the gameplay, even the closed betas, then the closed alpha, I told y'all, if you're the type of person that missed how old fighting games was, this is the game for you. However, I never also took into account that there's a whole generation at this point that started playing fighting games at least 2018 and later. And I'm being nice to 2018 because that was the Dragon Ball Fighter year. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of that game, there's hard shit to do in Dragon Ball Fighters. For me, I just love Avatar. Regardless if it's hard or not or things like that, it just makes it to where I got an Avatar fighter game that I gotta try to play. That just keeps me on a long period of times. For a lot of people, seeing the effort and seeing people do these hard combos day 1 and 2 and then having play testers in the build can be discouraging for some people. Like, why even bother? I don't want to hear people be like, oh, he's a pussy. Oh, you being a baby. No, I really want to see people's both sides on the game. And the first thing people feel frustrated by is the combos in Avatar Legends. On Twitter last night, Avatar Legends beta sparks debate over demanding combos. How do y'all feel about the combos in Avatar Legends, the fighting game? Honestly, I think they are easy. Some of the Azula rejump stuff is intimidating for people. I just don't like the long-winded, drawn-out combos. Okay, I do feel like Azula is kind of crazy, but it's rewarding for people that put the time in, right? Like, sometimes you feel like you watch the same shit over and over again, and like some characters be doing 2 to 3 reps. However, if you can do the shit, let them do it. Shit, I should learn to do it too. One thing that I personally don't like about the gameplay, and I'll speak for myself here, and that's because we don't have combo trials. You know what I'm saying? But you can still learn them. For example, Korra has I think it's like 3H, and she throws the rock pillar up or something like that. But you could jump cancel for flow. That's weird for me, because you have to hit a button to jump cancel. Instead of like even older fighting games, you just do the move and then you hit up button. Like, that's how anime fighters is. So it's unique in its own way. I think they're too strict. I feel like half the time they drop, and I'm coming from MK as a Shang main and Leo from Tekken. Motion inputs are zero issue, purely just the timing is strict. It's a new game. You gotta learn the motions and woes of the game, right? That's important about Avatar Legends, that you have to learn those layers to get to where you want to be in this gameplay. I would tell you for sure though, it's not intuitive. For whatever reason you need to know, can't accidentally figure things out by pressing, requires some time. Funny enough, I've seen a lot of Mortal Kombat players share this sentiment, but not every game works like Mortal Kombat. So Tweety talked about why he didn't like the game, and I don't want to roast him or clown him, don't attack, but he came out and said that Avatar Legends is the most restrictive fighting game he's ever played. And I think their view of restrictive versus what I think is restrictive is completely different. So I'm gonna use this clip that he talked about on stream of what he meant by restrictive.
Force ball, right? Say I launch with force ball. I could pick it up with jab. I could pick it up with heavy. I could pick it up with medium. I could pick it up with jump light. I could pick it up with jump medium. I could pick it up with jump heavy. Now, of course, there's different routes you can go into. Well, like, what's Reptile's air string? It's 2 3 3, right? Different routes you can go into to extend and stuff like that are going to be more optimal. You could do like, what's the one thing Reptiles do? They do like 2 3, or don't they do like double force ball? They do like 2 3. There's different routes to get more optimal. But anything I can think of to combo off a force ball just works. It just works. And then there's different routes off of each thing. Whereas in Avatar, there's no route off of anything I can think of besides maybe like one thing.
I think what I got from it is people want every button to go into something, which I never thought that would be a hurdle for some people, but for MK fans, I can see that being jarring to them. I don't think it's bad Avatar like that. You just got to learn what goes into what. Because I can make the same example with Korra. I can do 5B into launcher. I can do A into launcher. Now, I'm going to show you that you could do this with the character he plays in the game as well. For example, in Avatar Legends, I can simply do this. I can go 5A into Rapugan. I can go B into Rapugan. If that version doesn't work, just do a faster version of the move you want to do. have C into heavy. If you want to do 214 any button, you can literally combo in it from any button. You just gotta find which version links into the right version, the A, the B, or C button, because they all work at different speeds and have different frame data. It's the same thing. It's just not with just the general way that MK works. But like, no, I don't think the game's restrictive. I think the ease of access, what they want, ain't gonna be provided in this game up front. You gotta play it a little bit. And for a lot of them, that could be very jarring and frustrating, especially if you come from MK. I'm not trying to slander MK, y'all. Just, this game is way too hard. I'm waiting for Marvel. Oh, Tokon, he say, you think Marvel gonna be easy too? Well, Tokon is easier on average. They have auto combos out the wazoo. They have accessibility modes. So the problem is the Avatar catering to the hardcore niche right when DBFZ2 drops a week or two later is gonna be brutal. Which is, I understand, I feel you. I told you. So the big thing is when people do Marvel Tokon versus Avatar Legends, the problem that game is gonna have is that a lot of people, like, one, more people like Marvel than Avatar. Let's be honest. Number two, when it comes to Avatar Legends, it is one of the older fighting games. It has that old fighting game feel where you have to go lab and figure some shit out. It's that fun when you get past that hurdle. And you have Tokon. A lot of people say they hate tag games, but in reality, tag games let you play with more characters at a time. So people see that, I'm like, damn, I get to play with all these characters at the same time. I'm gonna buy this, then Avatar. Now, I think Avatar Legends is the better playing game, the better gameplay. However, I can see people going for the look, the style, and a lot of arc system worksisms over this indie company. Now, I'm gonna show you, for example, a combo of Diaphone. Now, this is this guy named Rusty playing Sokka. Watch his clip. He jumps in, he does EX. I think that looks like the back one. Thank you, Hades. He drops it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna jump in. He gets the cross up. That is the 6 flow or 6D, right? Gets the bounce. In the corner, it combos. He gets a counter hit as well. 1 bounce, 2. 1 bounce, 2. Big damage. Look at that damage. It needs to give us easy controller when you press just one button and then you're doing a combo. The game has auto combos. You have a light auto combo. It has ways to ease you into the game. Don't get that twisted. There's ways to ease you into the gameplay. I kid you not, this game made me go watch Avatar. Exactly. I feel you. That's a good thing. You say combos are too hard. Oh, fighting games are so back. Yeah, fight combos used to be hard. Like, for example, having a game with expression and seeing people capitalize on it, that was a hype thing about older fighting games. Like, you'll see a combo and they're like, all right, dang, I'm down. Well, I'm gonna go for this hard shit while I'm losing to catch up and potentially even take the round. That's something that's kind of like missing in fighting games. But if you're like me, I'm gonna tell you why one of my favorite games still, and I miss playing it, I just can't do no rollback. I feel like that game deserved better, but Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Period. I don't care about combos being hard and stuff to do. You should feel rewarded to do them. Me personally, I do not care. I care about the neutral, the mind games, and all that other stuff. I care about me hitting the person and how people are getting in and doing what they got to do. I like that stuff. You say, Yaya, generally the best thing about this game is that the game is so freeform that you could choose simple combos or harder ones. I don't know why people feel it's so forced. I think a lot of people are saying like the hard combos and it's a Zula. That's what it really is. The Zula stuff, like, outside of the re-jump stuff and seeing how many hits and seeing people put all these long ass combos on Twitter, a lot of people are like, oh, hell no. Then the other post is from Saki Sakura. This might be a bit of a hot take, but Avatar Legends combo inputs are really challenging and I'm conflicted about it. On one hand, as a fighting game player, it rewards and I really like the challenge. On the other hand, as a casual, this turns me on, especially for a popular IP like this. It reminds me of a lot of Uni. While I really like Uni, I definitely see myself not committing to learn the game because of execution, and many of you know about my execution. That's early thoughts, she said, which is fine. Still have a couple more days with the beta. A lot of people, for some reason, think because it's a popular IP, the game should be easier to play. I don't agree with that. I don't think she's wrong, but like when you see Avatar, you think Nickelodeon is gonna be like baby. But if you want to be honest, let's look at Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. If you played the first one, nigga, that game's hard. If you competed, nigga, you had like strafing, you had certain jumps. Yeah. Like, I don't think it's a bad take. It comes from a place of genuine like, hey, I may not be used to doing this type of stuff. I can show y'all my problems playing this game. It feels like an anime fighter, but doesn't have the rules of every anime fighter get, which is perfectly fine. So let's break this down, okay? So number one in the gameplay, right? What's interesting is that there's no air blocking. Now, I don't want air blocking in the game. I've said this multiple times. The game is not designed around air blocking. It would be more fucked up. Imagine Zuko dive kicking you, then he being able to cancel B+, and then you just lose your turn. You don't be able to punish certain things. Certain characters would be very tragic for this game. Don't put air blocking in it. For me, it's jarring because my brain is like, this is an anime fight. It's an air dasher without that ability, right? So that's another thing. This mechanic, when they teach, when people start learning how to use and do this, because the game wants you to use this a lot. They want you to use flow to get around. But you get the point. You get my point when I say that. So that's it. That's the hardest part. The hardest part to me is not the execution. The hardest part to me, because I've been playing so many different fighting games, is how neutral's supposed to be played. So having a newer game take that sort of tutorial route will be sick. Yeah, I want to know how they're gonna do tutorials. Comment down below if you feel like the game's too easy or is it too hard. Let me know how y'all feel about the game.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight!